If we think about the value that SD-WAN and edge compute provides to the enterprise, you can multiply that for government agencies because the work that they do is important to society at large. And so having a partner that can deliver edge compute, reliable connectivity is critical for critical infrastructure provided by government agencies.
The number one benefit of us deploying SD-WAN in the federal government is the ability to allow the customer to move away from their legacy network in time at their own pace. So we can deploy SD-WAN in parallel overlay on their existing network and start to move branches, data centers, remote locations onto the network at their time frame. SD-WAN also helps us in certain remote areas where we have to deploy Starlink or fixed wireless access. I won't say the name of the agency, but they take care of building dams and bridges. We have to supply connectivity to their tugboats that move all the time. And the only way to do that really is fixed wireless access and Starlink. And our ability to overlay SD-WAN on that and provide a quality of experience for those applications is the best thing that's happened to them.
So in the government sector, there are certain examples or certain use cases where edge compute plays a significant role. For example, in the Department of State, you have the border control outposts, or even you have the immigration custom centers where they need to process a lot of people coming in and going out in a very predictable and a reliable fashion. But in these sites, they don't necessarily have a lot of IT skilled labor locally available in those locations. So now how do you manage a computational platform in those locations in a convincing manner? So that's where edge compute stack comes into the picture, because now you have an ability to have a centralized orchestration platform that can remotely manage these systems, not only from an infrastructure standpoint, but also from an application standpoint.
And VMware ECS helps our government military differentiate in three critical areas. The first one is the unified and simplified the management and orchestration. We combine the management orchestration of infrastructure, application, as well as the services into a single management plane. This reduces the complexity and enables the scalability to thousands of sites. Whether it's real-time application required for AI or non-real-time application. And the third point is we help right-size the infrastructure. We work with our customers to ensure that the right amount of compute and storage and the networking can be deployed at the edge. We are working to expand the HCL so that the hardware they select is certified, able to be supported by the VMware Edge stack.
So in the military side, particularly, there are a lot of tactical edge kits that are becoming more prevalent in use, not just in a defense kind of a scenario, but also from disaster relief kind of scenario. Because now with the VECO-based orchestration model, you can not only use these stack kits instantaneously for a specific mission, but you can also let these stack kits operate independently in an autonomous fashion. So that way you don't need these stack kits to be always connected back to the management layer. These are completely independent, operating in an autonomous mode, in a submarine mode, as military would like to call it, but with a local dashboard for interactive capability.
How we can help our military enable faster mission readiness is in two critical aspects. One aspect is the ability to reprovision a system with zero touch. Traditionally, after every single mission, the compute that was used gets reimaged, and then application gets redeployed on top of it manually. And what ECS brings is the ability to wipe the server clean, and then through our zero-touch provisioning process to be able to load all the operating system images along with the application without any manual process involved. So that allows the deployment to be ready in hours rather than in days and weeks. The second aspect is what we do is we greatly simplify the monitoring of the mission. What we do is we scrape the metrics that's specific to the workload and also forward the logs to the monitoring destination based on the mission requirements.
An example of an edge use case in the military might be an aircraft carrier, because an aircraft carrier is essentially a floating city. So imagine the quantity of data that's on that floating city. So if you are able to process all that data locally versus sending it all back to a central data center or to a cloud, you're going to get insights faster, more timely, and be able to make better decisions in the moment. The pieces of information that do need to go back to the cloud can be sent up later, but it's a much lower payload and again, faster insights in the moment.